Hello, I'm Dr. Jerry Parrish. I'm the Chief Economist at the Florida Chamber Foundation. Welcome to this edition of Florida by the Numbers. Today I want to talk about the job report we just received and how Florida counties are doing. I also want to show you an update to the probability of recession and show you where you can find it on the Florida scorecard. Here's a look at the Florida scorecard front page. You can see that Florida's population continues to grow and has surpassed 21.5 million residents according to our live population counter. You can also see that Florida created 209,700 jobs over the past year. That number is in red because it's down slightly from last month's number. You can also see that Florida's unemployment rate stayed the same at 3.5%. Now let's take a look at how Florida's job creation compares to the U.S. Here, Florida's job creation path is in blue and the U.S. is in orange. You can see that starting around 2012, Florida's job creation has been higher than the U.S. rate, with the only exception being during Hurricane Irma. Currently, Florida is creating jobs at a 2.4% rate compared to 1.7% for the U.S. These rates are the same as they were last month. This table shows the industries and their job growth. Top of the list is professional and business services with 50,500 jobs, education and health services with 40,000 jobs. Leisure and hospitality is number 3 with 28,900 jobs, and trade, transportation, and utilities is number 4 with more than 26,000 jobs. Note that construction had the highest percentage growth with 4.5% year over year. And manufacturing, we created 11,800 jobs. Note that Florida has been creating manufacturing jobs at more than 2.8 times the U.S. rate over the past 3 years. This map shows where in Florida the jobs have been created over the past 12 months. It's also a heat map. The darker green counties have the highest growth rate. You can see the top 10 counties in numbers as well as the top 10 in growth rate. Note that 17 Florida counties lost jobs over the past year. I just calculated job growth from a time before the Great Recession to the latest data available for this series. This map shows job creation from 2007 to the third quarter of 2018. You can see that Florida's job growth rate was higher than the U.S. during this time. In each county, the number of jobs created is the top number, and the growth over that time period is the bottom number. You can see that there are 18 counties in Florida that have less jobs now than before the Great Recession. Florida is doing substantially better at this metric than the U.S. average. In the U.S., more than 40% of all counties have less jobs now than they did in 2007. There's been a substantial decrease in jobs, especially in the rural areas of the country, with growth happening mostly in the metro areas. Check your county's growth rate and compare it to Florida's and the U.S. growth rates. Now I want to update you on a couple of the metrics that will give you an idea of the future path of Florida's economy. In January of 2018 at our Economic Outlook Summit, I introduced 2 new metrics: the Florida Leading Index, which shows my estimate of the number of jobs that Florida will create over the next 6 months, and also the probability of a Florida recession. That shows my estimate of that probability for the next 9 months. They are both on the top row of the business climate and competitiveness pillar on the Florida scorecard. Here's what they both indicated in January of 2018, now 15 months ago. 107,000 jobs created over the next 6 months and a 9.0% probability of a recession in that upcoming 9-month period. As of this month, I expect Florida to create 81,400 jobs over the next 6 months, and I calculated we have a 20.8% chance of being in a recession in the next 9 months. Still pretty low. Notice both of the tiles are green, which means these metrics have increased since they were posted last month. Consumer confidence is up. The U.S. dollar is more favorable to better Florida's future. If you would like to know more about these indices or other metrics on the Florida scorecard, please contact me. Finally, here's a list of some of the upcoming Florida Chamber Foundation events around the state. We have the Prosperity Summit in May in Palm Beach, the Learners to Earners Workforce Summit in June in Orlando, our Military Defense and Veterans Summit in August in Jacksonville, and our Future of Florida Forum in October in Orlando. Please don't miss that event. Thanks for watching Florida by the Numbers today. If you have any questions or comments, please contact me at the Florida Chamber Foundation. Thank you.